In the Senate and here for the simulation senator. Now, a lot of people have fears of runaway conventions and all these things you hear. As you participate in this simulation, how do you respond to a lot of those concerns?
First, there are very serious people here from throughout the country. You know, in my committee that I was working on yesterday, I had a gentleman from Rhode Island. You know, while we wouldn't normally think of Rhode Island and Texas having anything in common, just the dynamics of each state, you know, smallest one, second biggest one, and the like. Preserving the rights of the states to decide for themselves. Remember, Madison said federal powers are few and defined, state powers are many and broad. So each of the states' respective desire to rebalance what the founders had given us in the original document, to rebalance the power between federal government and the state's ability to make decisions for themselves. I absolutely impressed with the quality of people that we have here that take this issue very seriously, because we recognize that we've got not just a judicial branch, not just an executive branch, but frankly a legislative branch, an entire federal government where the creature is eating, the creation is eating the creator. The states created the federal government, and now that creation has become greater than the collective power of the states.
Well, you addressed one of the concerns that people have is, well, how could you possibly reach a consensus with the folks from around the country? What you're saying is, you know, conservative, liberal, moderate, whatever, all the states want to get the power back from the feds to the states. So you're finding agreement even with people you wouldn't necessarily agree on specific issues. They agree on the structure.
I might disagree with somebody on here on what the right policy is. What we agree on is who should be making the policy decision.
That's good.
That's what we're doing here.
Okay, last thing in terms of how smooth or how crazy. I mean, is the process, has it been fairly smooth?
It's been great. I mean, many of the same types of, you know, in your experience in the state legislature, you know, the various commands, you know, motions, table, you know, rise in objection, rise in support, you know, an amendment to the amendment. I mean, so many of the same things. It's because you've got state legislators here, they're very comfortable with the process, and they're calling upon the states as states. So I think it's gone exceedingly well. I mean, it's gone, you know, I thought it'd go well, but I'm very impressed with how it's gone. Because there are very serious people that have been sent here from each state. Some may agree or disagree with what we've put in proposal with the respective amendments, but folks are very diligent because they understand this is the defining moment and the last opportunity to get our republic right or rewrited from where it is right now.
I said last question. Let me ask one more.
Okay,
As you go home to Texas now, after having been a part of this and witnessed how it will work and participate in a simulation, how does that affect your efforts in the Texas legislature to get this passed?
It really helps because whether it's a simulation rehearsal, when I'm standing on the floor of the state Senate, instead of speaking about a convention of states as a hypothetical, I can put some meat on the bone. You can take what the founders gave us in Article 5 and describe the specifics of how it operated, how we did it, what the rules were like, how we chose our delegates, how we control the delegates from Texas. Those types of things we still have to determine. But it lets us, instead of just smell the steak, you get to taste it.
I love it. I love it.
So
that's great. That's Senator Brian Birdwell from the great state of Texas here at the Convention of States Simulation.
Over and over from everybody I talked to, they were astounded by the performance of this body, by the statesmanship that they saw exhibited by this body, by the intelligence and the passion of the debate, the demeanor of every one of you in this room. You have proven beyond a shadow of a doubt to the country that the people of the United States of America are ready to hold the first Article 5 convention in the history of this country. I congratulate you, I salute you, and may God bless you. Thank you very much.